Imagine a man who built an empire from nothing. A man who turned dreams into dynasties, who shaped the sound of a generation, who partied with presidents and made kings out of underdogs. Sean "Diddy" Combs wasn't just famous, he was power itself. But power? It's a slippery thing. And when the world finally turned to look behind the curtain, what they found would shake the very foundation of his kingdom. This is the story of how the king was dethroned. Long before the private jets and the billion-dollar smile, there was just a hungry kid from Harlem with a dream bigger than the city skyline. Sean Combs didn't just want to be rich, he wanted to be legendary. And legendary he became. The early days were a blur of hustling, of late nights in Bad Boy Records' first office, a cramped space where the dreams were bigger than the budget. But Diddy had something money couldn't buy, an eye for talent and a gift for making stars. When he discovered Biggie Smalls, it wasn't just a signing, it was the birth of an era. The music pulsed through the streets, and suddenly, Bad Boy wasn't just a label, it was a movement. But with every empire comes a price. By the 2000s, Diddy wasn't just a music mogul, he was a brand, a lifestyle, the living embodiment of the American dream. His parties were the stuff of legend, sprawling mansions filled with A-listers, politicians, and power brokers. The champagne flowed like water, the music never stopped, and the world watched in awe. He had it all, the money, the fame, the influence. He could snap his fingers and make careers, or break them. The industry knew the rules, cross Diddy, and you might as well pack your bags. But behind the flashing lights and the red carpets, there was another side to the story. The whispers started small, just murmurs in the corners of VIP rooms and backstage green rooms. You hear what happened to so-and-so? You know why that artist suddenly disappeared? At first, it was easy to dismiss. This was the music business, after all, rumors were part of the game. But then, the stories got louder. Former artists, employees, even friends started to talk. About the temper. The control. The way he could turn from charming to chilling in a heartbeat. And then came Cassie. Cassie wasn't just another artist. She was Diddy's protégé, his muse, the face of Bad Boy for years. When she filed her lawsuit, it wasn't just a legal document, it was a bomb. The allegations were explosive, years of manipulation, abuse, a life controlled down to the smallest detail. The settlement came fast, too fast. Millions exchanged, the case closed. But the damage was done. The world was watching now, and the whispers turned into shouts. One lawsuit became two. Two became five. Former associates, artists, even staff members stepped forward, each with their own story. The narrative shifted, no longer was Diddy the untouchable kingmaker. He was a man with too many skeletons, and the closet was bursting open. The media frenzy was relentless. Every day, a new headline, a new accusation. The brands that once clamored to work with him now ran for the hills. The parties dried up. The friends disappeared. And then came the feds. It was a scene straight out of a movie, black SUVs screeching to a halt outside his mansions, agents in tactical gear storming the properties, cameras capturing every moment. The headlines screamed P. Diddy under federal investigation. This wasn't just about lawsuits anymore. This was about something bigger, something darker. Trafficking allegations. Racketeering. The kind of charges that don't go away with a settlement. The empire was crumbling in real time. The music stopped. The deals vanished. The once untouchable mogul was now a pariah, his name toxic in the industry he once ruled. Even his closest allies kept their distance, afraid of being caught in the blast radius. Diddy fought back, of course. He denied everything, blamed the media, called it a witch hunt. But the world had moved on. The king had been dethroned, and no amount of money or influence could put him back on the throne. Here's the truth they don't tell you about power: It's not just about how high you climb, it's about how hard you fall. Diddy built a kingdom, but he forgot one thing: no throne lasts forever. And when the reckoning comes, it doesn't care about your money, your fame, or your legacy. It only cares about the truth. So here's the question that lingers now, as the cameras fade and the world moves on: was it worth it? The lies? The control? The broken lives left in his wake? Or was the crown always just an illusion? The saddest part? He'll have the rest of his life to think about it. This story isn't just about one man's downfall, it's about what happens when the world stops looking the other way. And the lesson? Simple. No one is untouchable.